Hey guys, this is Omar from www.makemoneyfromhomelionsclub.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to build a website or blog quickly. And by that I mean a professional looking website or blog, one that's totally flexible, completely customizable, and actually requires no coding knowledge at all. This website or blog will be on your own domain, which means it won't be something like mikeomar.blogger.com or mikeomar.blogspot.com, but it'll be on mikeomar.com, and the entire process will take less than an hour total. So to start, the first thing you want to do, say you're watching this video on Udemy, for example, and you're watching this video, you just click over here to the course description and click on these two links. If you're watching this on YouTube, the two links will be right below the video in the video description, or if you're watching this video anywhere else, just click on these two links wherever they are in the description and have these two pages open and ready to go. Before we begin, I want to explain how we're going to make this website so easily, and that's by using the internet's most popular content management system, which is WordPress. WordPress is by far the best and most popular software to build a website that exists today. Other software like Weebly or Wix or any of those are either expensive or buggy or both. WordPress, on the other hand, is completely free. It's constantly being updated, and that's because it's an open source project. Right now on the internet, over 15% of websites are using WordPress, and it's actually the only way I build websites today. MakeMoneyFromHomeLionsClub.com was built using WordPress. I haven't built a website the old-fashioned way, which is through HTML or CSS, in several years. And building it that way took, several months, if not years of study, and could be a real frustrating process. WordPress has pretty much revolutionized the entire system, where pretty much anyone can go ahead and build a website, build a professional-looking website. So let's get started. In today's lesson, what I'm going to teach you is how to buy a domain, how to buy a hosting account, how to connect those two accounts, and then how to install this WordPress software onto your account. So let's get started. To get your website online, you're going to need two things, one of which is a domain, which is your website address, and the other one is a hosting account, which is essentially where all the files on your website are stored. They're going to be stored on a remote computer somewhere. So text, images, things like that. The domain will cost you on average about $10 per year, and the hosting account will cost you $6 per month. Aside from that, those are the entire costs for building a website or getting your online business started. There's really no other expenses. Some people sometimes ask me, why don't I buy my domain and my hosting from just one company, either GoDaddy or from Hostgator? But whenever I've talked to my friends who are really technical, they've always recommended for, the well-being of the website and the safety of your accounts overall to buy your domain from a place that specializes in selling domains, which is GoDaddy, and to buy your hosting account from a place that specializes in hosting, which is Hostgator. And it only takes a few extra minutes to do it this way, so that's the way we're going to do it. If you already own a domain, you can skip to the next part of the video where I'm at the Hostgator page, but if you don't, this is where we're going to buy the domain. So if you don't know what to make your first website about, I always recommend for your very first one, you make yourself a website that actually advertises your website creation services. In other words, a freelance website. Because after you watch this video and the following two, you'll pretty much be qualified to build any type of, basic website that has a fairly professional look. And you could charge $500 per website, which is actually what I used to do back in the day. So if you want to go that route, you could just make it yournamewebsites.com or yournamewebsitecreationservices.com. If you go and visit mikeomarwebsites.com, that's actually the one I used to use back in the day. And I have some advice on how to run like a mini freelance website service, like a mini business, like a side business. And I actually really highly recommend it. Plus, it's a website you can sort of play around with, learn from, make mistakes with. It's not too serious. You don't have to build your serious business on the very first website that you build. Another option could be, starting a blog that chronicles your adventures of trying to start an online business. So it could be like yournamestartsabusiness.com, something like that. Or you could just start a blog about any type of hobby you want, whatever you want, but this is where you're going to look for the domain. If you're watching this because you're part of my photography school, then I would suggest doing yournamephotography.com, or you could do something like a little bit more formal, like, something like bluelightphotography.com, whatever you want. But I'm going to make this website because I'm going to take my photography course myself. So I'm going to make it Mike Omar photography.com and see if it's available. All right, good news. This domain is available. It's available for $12.99 per year. So I'm definitely going to buy it, and this is the domain I'm going to buy. I'm going to build my website on. One more thing. If you're building a website and the .com is not available, I would say the .net is okay to buy too. It's perfectly fine if you're okay with it. If you definitely want the .com, then just look for something else. But besides .com, .net, and .org, I probably wouldn't recommend any of the other ones because there is speculation that in search engines, those don't get taken as seriously. So definitely stick with the .com, .net, or .org. And of course, if you're in some other country, you could go with one of those country domain extensions, but that would be my recommendation. Okay, so it's available. Let's press continue. One domain added. Pretty much at this point, you're going to go through the sales process, and GoDaddy is going to try and upsell you all kinds of different things to go with this domain, all kinds of other domains. For the most part, I'm pretty much going to recommend you don't buy any of it because most of it is not necessary. You should probably read through it. You should probably see what different options there are, but I'm going to tell you for the most part, I never buy any of it. Some people want to. That's fine. It's up to you. I'm going to say don't do it. Probably the only thing I might recommend is the privacy protection from Whois, and that's for people who don't want others to know who is the actual owner of the website. Again, it's something I'm not very concerned with, so I'm not actually going to buy it, but some people prefer that, and that's fine, but I'm not going to get it. But let's just scroll down and kind of see what's available. So protect my personal information. I'm going to put no thanks. Build my website, host my website. Like I said, we're not going to use this sort of buggy software or their hosting. We're going to do it a much better way, so you can just skip that. Not necessary. Add email to your domain. There's actually a different way to do that you don't need to purchase it from GoDaddy. You can actually do it through hosting. It's already included. So don't worry about that. And press continue to cart. Review your current order. Oh, I was wondering why this is so expensive. It's because it's registering me for 5 years. I know I'm going to own this for a long time, and usually the longer you get, the better the savings, but I'll just do 2 years for now. 2 years is fine. Okay. 2 years, $13.99 per year, 27. Okay, I don't know how this happened, but the total price is 21, so it's about what I said, 2 years for $10 a year. Matching domains, not even interested. Pretty much this is all I want. Proceed to checkout. Okay, so at this point, I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in and then go ahead and purchase this. Most of you probably don't have a GoDaddy account right now, so you'd be a new customer. Just press continue. At this point, they're going to ask your name, address, credit card information, things like that. Just proceed to the checkout and go ahead and purchase the domain. All right, once you submit your order, you'll be taken to a thank you page. It'll have the information about your order, and you're all set. Next part of the process, we are going to go to Hostgator. So if you don't have that tab open, just go back here to the video. This is the initial screen. This is the description place. Press Hostgator, and you'll be taken to this page right here. Okay, so here we are at the main Hostgator page, and what you want to do is press on this button, View Web Hosting Plans, and you're going to be presented with 3 options, one of which is Hatchling, the other Baby, and the other Business Plan. I would recommend going with Baby Plan because it allows for multiple domains. If you know for a fact that you're only going to build one website, you're never going to build another one, then Hatchling Plan is actually okay for you because you can just build your website on there. Baby plan will allow for unlimited amount of domains, unlimited amount of websites, all under the same hosting plan. And then business plan is for if one day you start to get a lot of traffic, a lot of hits to all your websites, but you can eventually upgrade to that anyway once you need it. So for now, I definitely recommend the baby plan. If you know for a fact just one website, go for hatchling plan. I also want to point out that it says now 20% off on all of these. It pretty much always says that. I'm going to show you guys how to get 25% off your entire order. But go ahead and press order now for whichever one you're going to go with. Alright, so here we are at the Hostgator checkout page, and you go here, it says register a new domain. We don't want that because we already bought a domain. So you would go over here, I already own this domain. And you type in the domain that you bought. So in this case, Mike Omar photography.com. By the way, if you bought several domains from GoDaddy, that's not a problem. Just type in one of the domains that you bought, and that'll work fine. So now I want to show you something. Here it says billing cycle. Basically, it says 20% off. It said all of them are 25% off. I'm sorry, 20% off. And if you scroll down to the bottom, it'll say coupon code Snappy, you have chosen our most valuable coupon, which is actually not true because it's only 20% off. And you'll see the discount here is $57.24. However, if you type in one of my coupon codes, and I have two coupon codes, but I'm going to show you the 25% off one first, Lions Club 100, and validate it, you'll see it is now 25% off. So it's $71 off the total price, which is actually the one I recommend for just about anything you buy from this website. But there is one case where I'll recommend my second coupon code, which is worth $10 off. So if you put in Lions Club 1000 instead of 100 and validate it, you're going to see that it's $10 off, which in this case, it's not an advantage because before it was $70 off. But if you were to, by the way, these add-ons, I don't recommend them. If you want them, you're more than welcome to get them. You can read about them, see if you like them, whatever. But honestly, I don't recommend them. I never buy them. I have other ways that I back up my websites or safeguard my websites that I teach you later in the series that I recommend that I think are better. But if this is something you want, I'm not going to tell you not to buy it. But for now, I'm saying I don't buy it. So we go back up here, pick the 1 month, and then we scroll to the bottom. It'll cost you 1 cent for the first month. So essentially the first month is free. So if you're only going to get 1 month, then I would definitely recommend the Lions Club 1000 coupon because it'll make it free, and 25% of $10 will make it like $7.50 or something like that. But if you're going to go for any longer length than that, then I would definitely recommend the Lions Club 100 coupon. I would recommend going at least 1 year because the longer you purchase, a hosting account, the cheaper it's going to get overall. So let's say you're getting the 1 year one. Right now, I'll scroll to the bottom. It's only, $110. It's $110, only $10 off. And if you put the coupon code they recommended, you're going to see it's only 20% off, minus $23. And then if you put the coupon code that I recommend, which is the best one, Lions Club 100, and validate it, you'll see that it's $29 off. So that's the best you can go. So I would definitely recommend going with Lions Club 100 coupon code. Alright, so you know to either pick Lions Club 100 or Lions Club 1000 depending on the length of the hosting package you're going to buy. The rest of the stuff you just fill out as normal. Username and security pin, whatever you end up typing in, be sure to save those in a safe place because you're going to need those later for logging into your account. Billing information, go ahead and fill it out. Like I said, all this stuff, I don't buy it. Some people recommend it. I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to show you how to do a lot of these things in different ways anyway, especially increasing search engine visibility with SEO. So I'm saying it's not necessary, but go ahead. Coupon code is already there and validated. This will show you your total price. Go ahead and press I have read and agree to the terms and conditions and press create account. Okay, so once you complete your checkout and you finish your order with Hostgator, they're going to send you a confirmation email. And within that email, there's one very important piece of information, which is your 2 name servers. In the email is going to be something that says first name server, and then it's going to say something. and second name server is going to say something else. It's going to look similar to this. It's not going to be exactly these numbers or letters, but it's going to be some numbers and letters .hostgator.com. And that'll be true for the first one and the second one. The first one and the second one will be slightly different, most likely just by one number. But those two pieces of information you need to have open and ready for the next part of the process. So what we need to do is go back to GoDaddy, godaddy.com, and go ahead and log in. Alright, once you're logged in, go ahead and go over here, go to visit my account, and over here you're going to go to domains. Press this little plus button and all your domains are going to pop down. If you own more than one domain and you want all these domains to be on your Hostgator account, you need to do this for all of them. But for this example, I'm just going to do just one. Go ahead and I gotta find the website I just bought. So let's display 20 at once. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. MikeOmarPhotography.com, that's the one we want to mess with. So go to launch. And then here on the main screen, it says name servers and we want to press manage. So manage. Standard, custom. Press custom. You're currently using default name servers. Enter custom name servers. Press here. And we're going to put in the two name servers that we got in that Hostgator email. So go ahead and just copy paste. Copy the first one. I'm going to put it here. And then go ahead down here. Copy the second one. And put it in the second slot. Once you're done with that, just press OK. Save it. Your request has been submitted. Changes may take a few moments to take effect. X. And you're all set. You can go ahead and log out of GoDaddy. So now, we're going to go over here and we're going to go to our website, MikeOmarPhotography.com. Alright, so right now it's still not set, but eventually this website is going to have a big GoDaddy image on, a big Hostgator image on it. And I'm just going to wait a few minutes, maybe come back in half an hour and see if it's uploaded by then. So I'll see you in, probably a lot less time, but I'm just going to take like half an hour before I come back. Okay, so wait like half an hour and a half, whatever you waited, and go back to your website, the website that you registered with Hostgator with, the one that you chose for your hosting account, and type that in. So in this case, it's MikeOmarPhotography.com. And when you press enter, it's going to take you to a page that'll have the Hostgator mascot on it, and one of the buttons there will say Cpanel. You can go ahead and press that, but once you install WordPress, that's no longer going to work. So the way to get to your back end from that point on, and the way you should get used to, and you should write this down somewhere, by the way, is the main website right here, which you registered at Hostgator.com when you bought your account, -Cpanel. And that address is going to redirect you to some kind of weird address that Hostgator has over here, and that's going to be your Cpanel login page where you get to the back end of your Hostgator account. So go ahead and type in the username and password. These are the ones that you will have gotten in your Hostgator confirmation email. Type those in, and I'll see you on the next screen. Alright, so here we are at Hostgator Cpanel. I know there's a lot of buttons here, and it looks kind of scary, but honestly, do not worry about it. Most of this stuff you'll never have to, click on or use. I have not used most of the stuff. I don't even know what most of this stuff does. It doesn't matter. What you want to do, scroll all the way down, and you're going to look for a button that says Fantastico Deluxe with a smiley face. This is what we're going to use to install WordPress on our domain. If this button isn't here for some reason, Quick Install does the exact same thing, and it's the exact same process, so you can click on this one as well. Either one works, it doesn't matter, but just go ahead and click on one of them, and I'll show you how to install WordPress. The process takes 2 minutes, but just click on one and we'll continue. Alright, so once you've clicked there, it'll take you to this screen right here. With all these options on the left, go ahead and press on WordPress. Alright, once you're at this screen and you've pressed WordPress, you'll be here, and you press on New Installation. And then here you're going to scroll down. If you only bought one website, then you're only going to have one website here, but I've got a bunch. So MikeOmarPhotography.com. Install in directory, you can leave blank. Scroll down. Administrator, username, and password. These are going to be the ones you're going to use on a daily basis to log into your website, make updates, make changes, make new posts, whatever it is you're doing. So these are the ones you'll be using daily. So definitely write these down somewhere, but eventually get used to them. Admin nickname. That's just what's going to display on your website. Admin email, whenever you want notifications about your website, put in the main email address that you use. Site name, I'm just going to put Mike Omar Photography. Description, it's just going to say the tagline right underneath your title on your website, but it can be changed later, so it doesn't matter. So for now, just put for all your photography needs. Go ahead and press install WordPress. Once you do, it'll ask like, do you confirm that you want to install WordPress? Just press yes, and then it'll say, okay, WordPress has been installed. All right, let's see if this works. We're gonna go back, type in our website address, MikeOmarPhotography.com. And here we are. This is the default WordPress installation. It's essentially an empty shell, but eventually we're going to fill this out, install themes, put up pictures, put up everything. But if you got to this website, that means everything worked properly. If for some reason this website isn't showing up, don't freak out just yet. Sometimes it takes maybe 20 minutes, half an hour for it to install for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And in other cases, you may have to actually clear the cache on your web browser, which is something easy to do. If you're on Chrome, just go to Google and type in Google Chrome how to clear cache, or Safari how to clear cache. So do that, and then you're eventually going to get to this screen right here. That means WordPress is now installed on your domain, and pretty much from this point forward, you won't have to deal with any of that registration backend stuff. You can do all the modifications that you need to do to your website from here right now. The only username and password that you'll be using from now on are the very, very last ones that you use to actually install WordPress. And aside from that, you're done. Like, all the technical stuff is done. In the next lesson, I'm actually going to show you how to start filling out this website, installing the themes, uploading photos, mailing lists, etc., etc. But that'll be for the next lesson. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave them and I'll answer them as quickly as I can get to them. There's just a few more things I want to point out. If you go back to my main website, MakeMoneyFromHomeLionsClub.com, and you click on the Resources tab, this is where I have all the resources, all the tools, all the things that I use for building websites, and all the different things you might need for a website. So, for example, I'll just show you real quick. Domain registration and hosting, that's where you'll see GoDaddy and hosting. Premium themes, we'll get into that at a later lesson. Keyword research, there's a bunch of tools there. Content creation, link building tools, there's a bunch of cool stuff in here. These are the best tools I've found for building my online business, and pretty much all the things that you may need for eventually expanding your websites and getting them to do different kinds of things, like a mailing list, for example, are all in here, but that's where you can find them all. That's where they'll always be. MakeMoneyFromHomeLionsClub.com, the Resources tab. And then I highly suggest that you sign up for my weekly mailing list. It'll have all kinds of information about different methods for making money online, all kinds of cool tips and resources for just building an online business, and also any kind of important announcements or things I need to basically tell everyone all at once will also be sent through this mailing list. So be sure to sign up, and I'll see you at the next lesson. Thanks for watching, guys.